They didn't reject Yah, they replaced His ways. They redesigned obedience and compromised grace. The kingdom split, fear ruled the throne. Too much to travel, so he carved his own. Set up calves where the roads ran fast. Bethel, Dan, no need for the past. Changed the house and changed the priest. Not sons of Levi, but whoever please. Changed the feast to another date. Same words, new law, justified fate. Scripture says this became the sin. Not the goal, but what followed it in. A pattern built so the people would stay. Worship intact, truth delayed. This is the sin of Jeroboam. Not idols alone, but a system grown. Learning the ways of the nations near. Calling it wisdom, calling it clear. Same Elohim, spoken aloud. Different commands approved by the crowd. Not rebellion, not denial, just holy compromise. Mile by mile. Do not walk as they walk, Torah warned, but they measure truth by what worked, not what's sworn. They borrowed customs, they borrowed signs, lifted their eyes to the heavens design. Do not learn, the prophets cried, but they blended anyway. Sanctified, they served Yah, so they claimed His name while following statutes He never gave. Once enslaved to gods that could not speak, now returning freely week by week. Paul said it plain, you were led astray when you walked as the nation's way. This is the sin of Jeroboam. Not idols alone, but a system grown. Learning the ways of the nations near. Calling it wisdom, calling it clear. Same Elohim, spoken aloud. Different commands approved by the crowd. Not rebellion, not denial, just holy compromise. Mile by mile. The prophet said, you follow their laws, not driven, no chains, no foreign clause. You said, we will be like them, allowed kings of our choosing, faith allowed. Exile didn't teach or refine the lie. Now worship survived, but Torah died. Rituals borrowed, calendars shifted, truth reframed, so the conscience lifted. Peter said, this was our former way. Enough of the life we once obeyed, but religion keeps finding new clothes. Same sin, walking in modern prose. You weren't taken, you learned, you weren't forced, you chose. Didn't forget the command, you exchanged it for something close. You said we will be like them, you said this way will endure. Honoring lips, redirected feet, truth traded for something secure.
Jeroboam, not idols alone, but a system grown. Learning the ways of the nations near. Calling it wisdom, calling it clear. Same Elohim, spoken aloud. Different commands approved by the crowd. Not rebellion, not denial, just holy compromise. Jeroboam, alive wherever truth is bent. Same scriptures read, same songs sung. Different walk, different intent, until the people return to hear not what works, but what Yah made clear. No mixture left, no borrowed flame, only obedience in His name.
The most dangerous religion is the one that still uses Yah's name while walking another path, worshiping another flame.